What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to KO with Kyle. I'm your host, Kyle. Today we'll be doing both a recap of the recent UFC fight night, Jack Hermansson versus Marvin Vettori, but also a forecast of the upcoming pay-per-view UFC 256, Deiveson Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno. UFC 256 will take place Saturday, December 12th. So without any further ado, let's get into it. The fight night lost 3 fights on last minute, so it ended up with only 8 fights total. So let's just get started with the prelims. At heavyweight, to open the card, we had John Vellante versus Jake Collier. Vellante bloodied Collier's nose, but Collier's jab was landing. A left hook rocked Vellante end of round 1. Collier had more output rounds 2 and 3. The judges scored a unanimous decision win for Jake Collier, who earned his first win in the third weight class, weighing 80 pounds heavier than in his UFC debut. Next at featherweight, we had Ilia Topuria versus Damon Jackson. Heavy body shots from Topuria early. Topuria landed an uppercut, body shot, overhand right combo to KO Jackson. Ilia Topuria remains undefeated and looked dominant. He didn't earn a performance bonus, but Dana White said he would get an extra paycheck above his show and win money. Next at bantamweight, we had Luis Smolka versus Jose Quinones. They each got a takedown round 1. Quinones appeared to be quicker. Early round 2, Quinones got a takedown, but Smolka got right back up. Smolka got it to the ground, got in mount, and started raining blows until he got the TKO stoppage. First up on the main card, at lightweight, we had Matt Wyman versus Jordan Levitt. Levitt got a double leg takedown and lifted Wyman. He walked over to his corner, then slammed him for the KO win. Jordan Levitt won a Performance of the Night bonus and remains undefeated. Next at light heavyweight, we had Roman Dolidze versus John Allen. Dolidze got multiple takedowns throughout the 3 rounds. In round 2, Dolidze got a takedown into some ground and pound. Dolidze would attempt heel hooks and leg locks, but he couldn't secure the finish. Otherwise, it was back and forth, and Dolidze was throwing kicks from both stances. The fight went the distance, and the judges scored it a split decision win for Dolidze. Once again, terrible judging, but Dolidze gets the win and remains undefeated. Next up at lightweight, we had Gabriel Benitez versus Justin James. Heavy shots from the both early. I definitely should have bet the under. Benitez lands a knee to the body for the TKO finish. In our co-main event at light heavyweight, we had Ovince St. Preux versus Jamal Hill. Lots of shots to the body from Hill round 1. Heavy shots from Hill round 2 finished the fight for a TKO win for Jamal Hill. Hill was another guy Dana White said would be receiving one of those extra paychecks. In our main event at middleweight, we had Jack Hermansson versus Marvin Vettori. Low leg kicks from Hermansson early, and Vettori was pressuring. Vettori was on top with some ground and pound round 1. Vettori reversed a takedown attempt to end up on top in round 2. Vettori couldn't get much damage off though. Hermansson looked better in round 3. There was more output from Vettori in round 4. Close round 5, but overall crazy output from both fighters. They set the record for most total strikes thrown in a middleweight bout. The fight went the distance, and the judges scored it a unanimous decision win for Marvin Vettori. It also won Fight of the Night. In Kyle's fight picks, I had Dolidze, Hill, Vettori, so I went 3 for 3. On Twitter, I had mentioned a parlay with all 5 undefeated prospects. That bet hit, with the exception of Evloev falling off the card. I made a 0.5 unit bet, and it paid off at plus 336. I made positive 10 units on the card. Luckily, every other bet that I didn't post also hit. Next, we will be forecasting the upcoming UFC 256 Figueiredo versus Moreno. Some fights have already fallen off the card, so I'm hoping these main card fights will stay intact. Starting off the main card at heavyweight, we have Junior Dos Santos versus Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is a French mixed martial artist. Gane was the former TKO heavyweight champ. Gane is an undefeated prospect at 6-0. Junior Dos Santos is a former UFC heavyweight champ. Dos Santos has 3 Fight of the Night bonuses and had the longest winning streak at heavyweight with 9 wins. As of late, Dos Santos is on a 3-fight loss streak with 3 TKO losses. I'm picking the heavy favorite Cyril Gane to get it done. Next at middleweight, we had a bit of a reshuffled matchup, Kevin Holland versus Jacare Souza. Souza was originally scheduled to face Marvin Vettori when Holland agreed to face Jack Hermansson. Both fights were canceled and the opponents were swapped. Holland has 2 Performance of the Night bonuses. Souza has 4 performance bonuses. Jacare Souza is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Holland will have a 9-inch reach advantage. Holland has 4 wins in 2020 and is going for his 5th. Holland has been submitted before, which has me worried, but I'm still picking Holland with the reach and striking advantage on the feet. Next at lightweight, we have Renato Moicano versus Rafael Fiziev. Moicano, who previously fought at featherweight, is 14-3 and 1 draw professionally. Fiziev is a Kyrgyzstani kickboxer who is 8-1 professionally with a TKO loss to Magomed Mustafayev in his UFC debut. Moicano has 1 Performance of the Night bonus and 1 Fight of the Night. Moicano has wins over Cub Swanson, Calvin Kattar, and Zubaira Tugagov. I think this will be really close, but I'm picking Renato Moicano. In the co-main event at lightweight, we have a highly anticipated matchup, Tony Ferguson versus Charles Oliveira. Ferguson was on a 12-fight win streak before his loss to Justin Gaethje. Oliveira is currently on a 7-fight win streak. Oliveira has 10 Performance of the Night bonuses, 3 Fight of the Night, and has the most wins by submission in UFC history with 14. Ferguson is 25-4 professionally. Oliveira is 29-8 and 1 no contest. I think Ferguson will be able to avoid the submission and win the fight on his feet. I'm picking Tony Ferguson. In the main event at flyweight, we have Deiveson Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno. Both fighters are coming off dominant wins at UFC 255. Figueiredo will become the first ever champion to defend his belt back-to-back pay-per-views. Figueiredo is the current UFC flyweight champ, initially winning the belt with back-to-back finishes of Joseph Benavidez. Figueiredo is tied with Demetrius Johnson for most finishes at flyweight with 7. Moreno is a former LFA flyweight champ. Figueiredo has 5 wins in his last 5 fights. Moreno has 4 wins and 1 draw in his last 5 fights. Look for both fighters to go for submissions. I think this fight will be back and forth, but I'm picking Deiveson Figueiredo to get it done. Kyle's Fight Picks. In Kyle's Fight Picks, I have Cyril Gane, Kevin Holland, Renato Moicano, Tony Ferguson, and Deiveson Figueiredo. Look for a slightly longer breakdown of the main event in an upcoming Fight Spotlight video. Please subscribe to never miss an episode, and until next time, fight fans, peace.